Hey, thanks for clicking on Hey, MelissaCrochets and welcoming me into your life for a few minutes. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a great day. This is the second part of this little series I'm doing. There probably will be 3 videos in total. The first one that was released last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago, I don't remember. I think it was last week, was me gathering all of my UFOs around the house, my unfinished objects. I used to call them that when I had my old sewing business, so I'm just trying to keep the lingo the same for my brain. So yeah, the first video was me showing them off, gathering them up, basically talking through what needed to be done. This video here today, you're going to see me lay out all the loose granny squares that I have on the floor, and kind of talk through what I need to get done with them, whether it be picking out yarns that'll coordinate and match, or if it's, just having to purchase more yarn to finish up that project. That might be the case. Then the third part will be me showing off exactly what I have finished, with what color I coordinated each thing with. So stay tuned for that one. Again, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. I try to have videos out every Sunday. That's kind of been my routine, and it's still going well. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned. I don't know if it'll be next week, probably in a few weeks, for all of my unfinished objects to be finished. In the first video, I was talking about how I want August to be my month that I get everything done, because I signed up for a few vendor events in the fall. So that's the way it's going to be. That's my August so far. Also in the middle of a big project for work too, so that's been a little stressful, but I'll manage. Somehow I'll manage, like Michael Scott. So I hope you enjoy this video. The first project I want to look at are these squares here. And these are the cardigans that I make with them. So this is an adult size. Here's a kid size. Just less squares on the kid size. So I always start out with a solid color, and then I move to a variegated color for like the petals of the flower. It shows up better on like lighter colors like the pink here. So I just want to see how many of each color I have, because there's different colors I have these in. I have 5 of that color there, and that's all. So that's 5 of that color, and for a kid size one I need 8. So I'll either have to buy more of this fabric, so use my sewing business still. So I have to buy more of this yarn in order to finish up this project. Okay, so I'll have to write that down. And we need more of this. Larry's like right off camera. You can see a shadow. So we'll need more of this. So I'll put them in here for now, my cubes. Okay, moving on to the next color. I'm assuming I have enough squares because I already have the sleeves done. The width. Not easy, Larry. Because you want like the width of the front to be, a bit more expanded. So usually I add, maybe I don't, maybe I'm crazy. Okay, let's see. 2 rows. Okay, so no, I don't. It's been a while since I made one of these, so apologies. Okay, so that's 9 for the back there, plus Larry's head. And then for the front I need 6. So that's 1, 2, 3. And like I always make sure that the colors aren't super similar next to each other. So that's 3 for one side, and 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this one we just have to stitch together. Alright, so that we just have to stitch together. So I'm gonna put that in there. On to the next color. Do this pink first. Pretty sure this one's called Magenta, also Bernat Premium. It's such a soft, beautiful yarn. It is really, it's so nice for a worsted weight. I love Premium. Okay, so 5 so far. All right, and 5 is all I have of this color. So 5 in total. Obviously that's not going to make a whole cardigan, including a kid's cardigan, because I need 8. But I'm pretty sure what had happened is I wanted to use up all, like, you know, the solid color. So I had done that, I didn't want to buy any more. Ugh, sorry, been a long day. So I started adding in some other colors. This is like a gray blue. And of course, they won't be like, you know, lined up like this. Let's see if I have enough for a cardigan of these 2 colors together. And the answer to that is no, because I have 9 in total for the back. I guess I could make a kid's cardigan. Okay, well, we'll leave that thought for another minute. I do have some other colors here. Oh, this is the same as this, so basically I have 5 of the pink and 5 of the blue. And then I also have some in the color Dahlia, my favorite of the Bernat Premium. It's like a beautiful plum color. Okay, there's 5 of Dahlia. And 5 of this purple. So we have 5 of each color. So I wonder if I was planning on making something like with all 5 colors. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me in my brain, you know, I love to add color together. So it's good to know I have 5 each of these. So I'm going to put them back in my little woven basket. Okay, up next are these granny squares, and they are all the same color. This is the color Jade, Bernat Softy Chunky. And I couldn't get it to match with any other, I mean, like, you match with white, gray, black, but that's it, really. And these look like all solid granny squares. So like all solid. Maybe I was going to make it into a 13 square bag because I'd already done one in this color for this 13 square bag. But, you know, stitching it together was not the easiest thing the first time round. This time round it might be a little bit easier for me. But there's so many things I could do with these squares, so I don't want to like commit myself to like one project with them. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15. So I have 17 squares of the color Jade. Okay, so that's 17. I could make some, you know, white granny squares to go with this. I do have some more Charisma loops and threads now that I had recently thrifted, so that yarn does work well with Softy Chunky. So if you're ever in a pinch and you need to find something similar, Charisma by Loops and Thread is really similar to Softy Chunky. Maybe a teeny tiny little bit thinner, but honestly, when it's worked up, you don't even notice. I'm wondering if the light switch is going to make a difference in here right now. So I'm just going to pause this and reach my light switch. Okay, so I know what I was doing with this. I wanted to make a nice cardigan for Halloween time to sell. And I was doing different granny squares, like I'm going to do some daisy ones, but either I lost interest or, you know, I got asked to commission a piece and I set this aside, because that's usually what happens. Okay, so here's what I have when it comes to yarn wise. I'm gonna move my camera. I swear, like, I keep moving it. There, you get a better view of Larry too, so you're welcome. Okay, so it looks like I have 2 full granny squares done so far. So not a lot, but a little bit. Oh, and if you notice my leg, well, legs, both of them, that guy right there, he has one of those big wire leashes out back, and he went around me instead of like in front of me, full force with another dog, and it tore through my legs. So I have them bandaged up right now because they're disgusting and painful. Thank God for Tylenol. Okay, so I have enough for like one of my shorter versions, and it usually hits like right. I wouldn't like it doesn't go down to your knees like the 4x3 usually does for people, but it's still like a decent length. Okay, so this. Oh, and of course sleeves. I have to add sleeves. So maybe at some point, because I have two 3-ish anniversary cakes. Like right now, they're not the same color as these, but if I need to add in a few stripes on the sleeves instead of full sleeves out of this, then at least I could add in just a few stripes just to tie it together. So this needs these granny squares to have one extra row of this crocheted onto them, which is a pretty easy project to do in front of the TV at night. This is the same situation, just with gray. I'll tell you what gray this is. This one's called True Gray. True Gray. I feel like it's called something different now, though. This is an older skein. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so same situation as the last one. Next bag. I'm surprised he's being so calm with this. But usually if I'm like close by, he can sleep no problem. He just wants to be near me. Typical sheepdog, aren't you? Okay. Yeah. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I have an extra 3. So these are 3 extra. I probably will keep them with this project for now, because when I piece these together, you know, if one just doesn't match or if I don't like it. So this one, for example, like the road incomplete in like one color, like this one did. Like this one looks nice, this one does not, so I could swap it out if I wanted to. And then when I have the extra 3, I could add it to that last project we just talked about wanting to add more too. But I do like these colors together. What do you think? So these are the hexagon cardigans I'm working on. I just need one more skein of yarn, finish that. I had enough. I thought I had enough and I didn't, so happens to the best of us, right? I love these colors. There was one Karen anniversary cake I got from my workplace, and it was, I believe it was this pink, these colors, and like this really nice creamy orange color. So it was these colors together, and I love that one, but again, I only had one, so not for a full cardigan, unfortunately. So I have a ball of black in here because I'm assuming that's where my thought process was. Okay. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's enough for a cardigan, but I think I will outline this one in black because of all the cool bright colors in it. So yes, I do have more softy chunky black, so this should be quick to finish. This bag. This just looks like what was left over from my planning all these cardigans type thing. Yeah, a lot of these definitely don't match. I could pair it with black as well and then make each color pop. There's definitely enough in here for at least one cardigan. But we might also have some leftovers. And this is not a Karen anniversary cake. This was a Karen something cake. I still have some of it in the other room, but I don't remember what it's called right now. And the consistency with it is just not the same as the anniversary cakes. So I'm not going to add it to. This is softy chunky. So this does look like a bag of, I don't know where to put all that. I'll just put it in here now. So we do have 2 extra in this batch, plus these that are not the same yarn or texture. Same fibers, different texture. Okay, so that's what we have for that one. Because there is like a good variety of colors here, I feel like it would benefit from like a dark pop of color. One of my first thoughts is to do teal. Let me see if I have any in reach. No, I don't. It's all the way at the top of my cubes. So I think a teal. I think a teal would be quite nice. That being said, I might end up changing my mind. A navy would also be nice, but I definitely want dark color with these because of how many pops of color there is and how many different color types and color groups there are. Hopefully you can follow my train of thought there. Maybe not. Okay, so that is all the bags I have. I do have a random assortment of, granny squares up there, but it's not enough for a full cardigan, so I probably will make more of those and then turn it into a cardigan, but at least it's half done. Okay, so I'm gonna grab some colors that would hopefully match those. I'm gonna do that off camera because my color blindness, that takes forever. For me to and then I'll take some pictures with each of the solid colors and then ask my husband later what he thinks. So